Greetings, Finance and Governance Committee. On behalf of Anthony Miller, the Special Districts Manager, this is Juanita Guzman, the Deputy Public Works Director. The item before you is the AD2001 Improvement Fund, Account Closeout, and Budget Appropriation. The Finance and Governance Committee recommends that the City Council authorize a budget appropriation in the amount of $16,500 within Account Fund 500, Subfund 50503801 for the cost of administering the Improvement Fund closeout and completing a final arbitrage rebate yield calculation. And approve via resolution a declaration of surplus, one of the following three options regarding the closeout and disposition of the limited obligation improvement bonds account associated with the Oxnard Boulevard Highway 101 interchange project and approving the closeout report. 1, credit the assessment levy in fiscal year 2025-26, or 2, call bonds ahead of schedule in fiscal year 25-26 and direct staff to provide annual levy credits, which is staff recommended, or 3, call bonds ahead of schedule in fiscal year 2025-26 and direct staff to continue to collect in excess with the intention of authorizing additional annual bond calls, thereby reducing the outstanding principal and interest. AD2001 Oxnard Boulevard Highway 101 interchange is an integrated financing district, referred to as an assessment district, formed under the California Streets and Highways Code Municipal Improvement Act of 1913 by the Oxnard City Council on December 19, 2000. The bonds were issued on August 14, 2003 under the Improvement Bond Act of 1915. This district was formed for the purpose of financing and construction of the interchange improvements, including 8-lane overcrossing to connect Oxnard Boulevard over US Highway 101 and other improvements along the path. This project was funded with the issuance of a limited obligation improvement bond in the total amount of $2,335,000, and this included specific funds deposited for the purpose of constructing these improvements. Construction of this interchange was completed in the year 2015. After completion, but no sooner than August 14, 2005, the remaining amount in the improvement fund account of $182,375.06 was authorized to be distributed in a manner consistent with the bond indenture and California Streets and Highways Code Section 10427. After the completion of major infrastructure projects that were funded through bond proceeds, it is not uncommon for some unspent funding to remain within the improvement fund account. Typically, these fund accounts are closed out shortly after the completion of the project so that they do not present the possibility of incurring arbitrage. Arbitrage is the act of making a profit by purchasing something at a lower price and selling it at a higher price. Therefore, arbitrage rules exist to prevent municipalities from issuing bonds for the sole purpose of profit and investment opportunity. As presented above, in addition to approving the cost of administering the closeout process, staff is recommending the City Council take one or a combination of the following three options regarding the closeout and disposition of the improvement account for AD 2000-1. The attached report, Improvement Fund Closeout Analysis Preliminary Report for Assessment District Number 2000-1, Oxnard Boulevard Highway 101 Interchange, prepared by Special Districts Consultant NBS, thoroughly details each option for the remaining $182,375.06, as well as the potential financial impact of each choice. All figures presented in the report are estimated as they are based on necessary assumptions to generate the expected bond payoff amount and schedule. The following table of pros and cons discusses the effects of each option if recommended in its entirety to the City Council. And here is the table before you outlining three of those three options. Since the remaining unspent funds are relatively low, staff suggests only selecting one of the three options. However, City Council has the authority to use multiple combinations of the three options for the disposition of the funds, but the impacts of the choices would be minimal, while requiring additional time and resources of staff and consultants to formulate. In the event that the committee chooses to recommend a combination of options, staff will need to return to the committee with the exact calculations requested. Two example options have been provided below to inform the committee of what can be recommended and how it may affect the district's property line. Here is one, the application of a 50% improvement fund surplus levy credit and a 50% March 2025 bond call with no excess collection. And two, application of a 50% improvement fund surplus levy credit and a 50% surplus March 2025 bond call with excess collection. Due to the complexity of these options and their limited impact on overall savings in exchange for limited single-year levy credits, staff are not recommending this methodology over option 2 listed in the recommendation. Finally, this process is generally triggered after a notice of completion is issued at the end of the project. However, in this case, Caltrans was the lead agency responsible for the construction of the project. Caltrans completed the project in 2013 and via relinquish agreement 07-4870 transferred portions of the improvements to the city. The relinquish agreement 07-4870 does not mention the improvements funded by the bonds as specifically completed by Caltrans. However, it is inferred that the improvements were complete at the time the city acquired the facilities in 2013, and the reason why the city did not file a standard notice of completion. The estimated surplus in the improvement fund as of December 15, 2024 is projected to be $182,375.06 after costs associated with closeout have been paid and interest earnings accounted for. The financial impact of this closeout is dependent upon the action of the City Council and will be consistent with the result as detailed in the attached report. And here are the financial impacts based on staff recommendations. This concludes this presentation. Staff is available for any follow-up questions. Thank you.